third featured reader of the evening. So without further ado, poet and essayist Sarah Heady writes on human geography, American history, and the built environment. She's the author of Niagara Transnational, winner of the 2013 Michael Rubin Book Award. Works in progress include Comfort, a poetic meditation on female solitude, agency, and relationship set on the prairies of the American West, and the libretto for Unfinished, an opera about change, in collaboration with new music composer Joshua Groffman, who has previously adapted her text for vocal and electroacoustic works. Sarah recently co-founded Drop Leaf Press, a small women-run poetry outfit that released its first full-length title, Prima Vera by Jill Tomasetti in 2015. More is available at sarahheady.com. So please join me in welcoming Sarah.
Hello. Thank you for having me, and thank you to everyone who read today. It's been a wild ride. This is my last semester, starting to get sad. I'm going to read from my thesis manuscript, which is Comfort, the one that was mentioned in my bio. And I want to thank Andrew, because he's here, Andrew Joran, for helping me work on this. I think I have like 7 faculty members who are like, I've somehow roped into helping me work on this. But Andrew's the only one that's here today. So just a couple things. It's kind of one long poem, so please don't, not to be a diva, but please don't clap between anything I say. I guess you can do that, you know, supportive snapping, but not to signify like that I'm in between something, because it's always in between. It's always happening. And also, there's a lot of found language in this. A lot of it comes from magazines that were written in the early 20th century for farm wives. So you'll hear some of that advice. I remembered to cover up the mound today. Began my ambulatory, stopped at the pile of bones I've seen so many times I don't even see it anymore. And the fire opened the pine cones. The boiling water opened the mouth of the shell. The feet and hands tangled together in a victual net. Saying as she went away, I'm going to miss the fire out of you. Always take a newborn baby upstairs before you take him downstairs. Otherwise, you'll incline him downwards for life. Tomorrows and jars lined up in the cellar. Everything moves sooner or later, even the fence. She raised peacocks and grapes against all advice. Women inherit the worst slices of property, the graveyard, the slave cabins. Your house is built on a slave graveyard, only 2 acres, non-arable land, etc. We just kept pulling rope out of the ground, she said, just kept pulling up lengths of rope endlessly out of the ground, and cow bones, so many cow bones. Crazy Susanna, she couldn't grow what she set out to, and her field was a thicket of nooses. Because crazy means fewer acres. A wilderness cordoned, the worst part, the burial place, the old do not want to know. As the government road widened, her property shrank into an overgrown triangle. I'm not sure she was a witch. Smelled the day grow long and rot, the length of a day in a place where suns are lateral. Blue moths leap inside fire. Both doors open and shut. Both doors placate the thresher. Both doors open on pimpled breasts, and I rolled over a new length of rope poking out of the ground, rolled over a wheel and spoke, are there hairs below dirt that have still not dissolved? Is loving the land's enigma, is listening to coyote calls layered with other sound, coyote with rain, coyote with buzzsaw bug high up in the poplar, coyote with combine, is kneeling in the floating barn picking through owl pellets, is separating fluff with her fingers, feeling for vole bones, stowing them in a tea tin for someone years later to ask herself why. And I'm in the L, watching the blonde wood get relief from the winter sun as it sets. Leave me here to heal. Leave me here wanting more. In a circle of purple dust, in the circle we built together. All it is a way to cope. I reckon you, my partner, in dust. Ask after me all of your days. Our microcosm is macrocosm, and I moved on, the place not here, uneven showerhead of summer. Days fell into the pond. I related to you the places I'd been, sketching the water and smoke, rings and exit. I will take you to a wide sea someday, smooth glass from green bottles, necklaces for you, our animals dragging their hind legs backward through mud, up from the oil. Is fire, a glow from the front, from inside the burn barrel, chain of silos lit up from behind, horizon-bound black column, walking the road, no shoes and crying as something beyond her flowers and orange tunnels. Be a bride, a child given away. The hawk's mouth opens as a door, step through, pull day down like a light bulb off a bare shelf, the last one, or next to. Walk a little path dead-ending at an old section of canal. Your spring-fed voice warped by water, everything collects at the bottom, brown and unfolding. Baby, play into this same hand over and over like a fucking chump that way from birth. Throw yourself, throw the rest carefully before yourself into the pond of the space between there and there. And carry rattles anywhere on the body, around the neck, about the ankle, between the breasts. Is speaking from the rock, is looking through the hole, is colors of lake foam, clear black ice. The river recedes, clouds of ash cover the field, but the corn keeps growing. Snow will come. She buries herself in stalks, ribbons that reach through the dark to run up her legs, crisscross, balletic, alone for some hours in the house, ribbons of darkest brown, smooth, like the rim of a horse's eye. Rolling hill of the body, cold forelegs of flight. You are a child hemorrhaging me, digging me out from the crushed wing. I've come too close to leave my pasture full of investments behind. I'm waiting for this to stop. I'm waiting for sound to stop. Dear Nocturne, please bring sleep to the wall-bound vole. Ate the barnyard's wild onions alone. Now I have subjectivity and you have nothing. I tried to share the bed, hanging by chain from the wraparound porch. Now the sun will keep you company. I'll cut you a third eyelid. Then you'll see my adoration plain as morning, plain as the mess of hair you culled from the setter. A makeshift place to hold the fire, a mysticized study of pain. Sun disappears, but the song stays, the heat stays. Severity of how you see me, the love, somehow, of a life in which we are looking for lost objects, in which the last lost objects belong to us. Is a bombed-out swamp a prairie dog's blade? Is a swarm of low prairie dogs? Prairie dogs, and there were light bulbs too, so I think I connected to both of the other featured readers. Is a bombed-out swamp a prairie dog's blade? Is a swarm of locusts in the attic? Is a weather pattern a sweater pattern, a stripping? Red fruit tent given. She is revival, thereby explosion. Town buildings low and flat below cumuli, distaff blue. Her youngest opened the door, hung off the knob in footies, cupping his ear, complaining. She held out only one hand, the other being immersed in boiling water. If a lamp should be overturned, remember that water spreads the flames. Milk may be used to extinguish them, but the best things to throw down are sand, earth, or flour. Is a centrifuge of fire, as cream from milk, as water from clothes. Is apron, endless belt for carrying things, strings in the back, ocean of white in the front, clean start. Is clumps of sorrel along the river, is always looking for more, beating the rugs, slipping on rungs, tenderly gripping her own wrists, always holding the chasms closed. To wash corduroy satisfactorily, never wring, but pin to the line while still dripping wet. Keep jabbing the swollen places with a sharp knife until the black blood and water come out. This will be the poison. Am I still good on time? Okay. At the water pump in prevailing winds, with divining rods, but no lightning rod because God's will, water pump, peg lock, sliding out from the wall to keep horses in, going to feed them at 4 in a rainstorm, a hay bay, a barn bay, a grain bin, a full 4 bay, a straw room, a false breast wall, a saddle notch, a boarding stall, going to birth them at 2 in a snowstorm, a turnip room, an assignation, a spring house, a glassless transom, a smokehouse, a sugar camp, a corn-cobbed floor, a rug burn, a wet cellar, a peak, a weather vane, a moon-shaped cutout to indicate women, window from wind-eye, for where it comes through and can see I can't stay here. There was a list of the ways, and I read it to him at the property line just as the sun was coming up. I can only say there is what you know and what I know, and those things may never converge in the field I want them to. And here a worn ottoman interrupting the perfect length of the rug. Slavic languages are spoken in the kitchen now. A light shines buttercrass on the blue snow. Question, crumbling, whether men or women can make better choices. And you find an extra fold of space in the pocket of world and label it me and this. Calm eyes when you tell me about the frame around our pocket world, the net worth of my actions, nothing, and I am the last one to swallow the earth in this house. A hard clod, empty the hands, the sockets, the mouth of all hope. I'll catch up with you later. And sing me a way of being close to me without being inside me. My blue self is quiet and waiting for my red half to return. But you won't slow down to see death's purple mergings. You won't see a new life for the field. The ditch deepens each season, an undertow in a stone room, steeped in burning lavender. Lock yourself out once, I'll let you in. Twice, I can't do this anymore. Everything is change in the valley of summer. The conflagration is me. If you love this body, let it go into sedge, into blue stem, in search of tall ships and their anchors. Anchors hold down the roof of our house, oxidized prisms that mimic true north, and a ways out. I turn on the light and living things scamper off the world's edge. Let it be, sings the one that stays behind, but I smell the wind. Thank you, guys.